Welcome to this episode of Passport to Payments. I'm Mikis from Enfuce, and in this episode we have Kasper from Cardlay. Kasper, please introduce yourself and your role.
So hello, my name is Kasper. I am the Chief Sales Officer in Cardlay. I obviously oversee our sales, which is right now in Europe and US, but also I'm involved in everything around partnerships and so forth.
And you work closely with banks and issuers on digital transformation. What's one challenge that you consistently see, and how do you and Cardlay help to solve that?
I want to say it was easy, or it will be easy, but obviously we see a lot of challenges. I think overall, one of the biggest challenges is that when you're doing commercial card issuing, on the outside it looks very easy and it's a card and everything is functioning, but underneath you have a number of different components that need to work together. So it's like a chain of events, right? And if there is one component that isn't functioning that very well, then everything breaks, right? So it's getting it right the first time, and that can be difficult from a going to market, launching point of view, and then obviously afterwards, making sure that it's a successful product that commercially will gain and grow according to the plans, right?
And any card product is one where you launch and then you adapt and you constantly build based on customer requests and the feedback that you get on the market. Is there a specific area where you see that once they launch, you see that this is something that the user base actually wants, that where Cardlay can help, whether that's expense management?
So I think when we look at it, what we experience is that once our solutions are deployed on top of a commercial card issuing infrastructure or solution, where we then enable the business clients to actually manage everything around their accounts and their expenses, it becomes a more seamless experience that actually begins to drive behavior, which means that the issuer will experience that they're issuing more cards, and those cards are being used more, meaning that's obviously more transactional volume, and that's a win-win for everyone.
Of course. And you're all about simplifying business spend. So what trends are you seeing around virtual cards or expense automation right now?
So I would say if we just take a look at virtual cards, they have been around for many, many, many years, and it still seems to be a hot topic to discuss everywhere, even though it's something that has been utilized over years. I think when we talk about virtual cards, what's important for us and how we see that it's going to function very well is actually distribution. So having a secure distribution to the ones that are going to use the cards, meaning the employees, obviously, where we see that there is a lot of non-carded employees in the businesses, because it's only a small percentage of the employees that actually have a commercial card, and that's typically a physical one. But when we talk about virtual cards, there are many use cases, and in terms of deploying them with a assigned purpose, meaning that on the back of it, when you then have used your card, the reconciliation becomes much easier because you have already enriched the card with information and data that will then be utilized when you're reconciling the transaction and the expenses.
And your model, the way you work, it's all about collaboration. Enfuce and Cardlay, we've recently announced a partnership as well, and we're working on a joint project together. What's one, what do you see that is the main factor making these collaborations work?
So I think if you look at it from a holistic point of view, there is not anyone in this industry that can do everything and be the best at doing everything, right? So you need to focus on what sets you apart, right? And I think when I look at Cardlay and Enfuce, it's sort of the best sides of both sides of the coin, right? Meaning that when we look at it, you do the issuing and processing, meaning the backend infrastructure, what lies underneath, and we do everything on the front end side, meaning that there you actually have two very, very important components in terms of launching a new commercial card, whether that is, within the banking segment or fleet mobility, or we are talking about a software provider or the like that wants to launch a commercial card. Then you have not a fully turnkey solution, but you have some of the components you'll need to be successful in your future.
Almost all the components. And what I like so much about the partnership is that we want businesses to focus on their core business. And obviously that doesn't mean that we can do all of the ancillary parts that you need to do. It's issuer processing at Enfuce's core, it's been sponsorship, and then you can get other commercial card features like expense management, fleet management through Cardlay, which brings the overall package to be so much more strong.
Exactly, and that gets them out of the gate in a very fast and very prosperous way, and it also enables them, as you're saying, to focus on what they do best.
Yeah.
And obviously also making it easier when they're basically taking this on, which can be a big task, right? That they do it in the right way and they are equipped with partners that basically can help them get to market, but more importantly, actually grow after they launch, because that's critical, and that's where they will be successful.
Thank you so much, Kasper, for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Nice to have you.